Right, Danny. Apparently, can you hear me, Rick?
Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Finally, I see. Apparently, Android and Apple got a love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
You know, I was on the road though. I was holding it down for the bros.
Yeah. I was checking it out. I was checking it out.
Yeah, so so let's give everybody a few more seconds to come on down, come on in. So, but as I was explaining earlier on the previous live about 3 seconds ago, it's two men, our thoughts on relationships and how we do things and how we get down. Okay, so
Yep.
give me a second. Let me see if I can prop my phone up a little bit. So I'll have to hold it. Get everybody come on in. Uh oh. It's amazing how that. Oh, good things. Good things must have came our way at this time.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. So now, look like everybody's coming. So Rick, how you doing, brother? Tell everybody who you are. Tell everybody how long you've been a member of the Dog family. Why everybody come on, get a chance to come on in.
Well, I'm Rick Williams, and I've been a member of the Dar family since pretty much conception, and yeah, it's been good so far. So, like I said, it's a nice platform, positive platform where you come in, be yourself, uh, share your positive knowledge, no negativity, no hate, no judgment.
That part.
Where we can just freely talk and part knowledge to one another.
Yes. So, Rick, now currently I think I just saw you posted somewhere you celebrated 2 year. Am I right?
Yep, 2 years. Happy
2 years
anniversary,
old.
man.
There you
Happy
go.
anniversary, babe.
Happy
We
anniversary,
made it.
y'all.
I'm still alive.
And we still together.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So congratulations, you guys. So let's jump into this since we lost a few minutes. So let's talk about it. How have your outlook on relationships changed from the course of when you was 18, 16, learning this game of dating relationships to now in this 2 year wonderful bliss of relationship you're in now? Talk to me.
Well, in my teens, I wouldn't even call what I had relationships. It was, if I could be frank, I mean, I'm Rick, but if I could speak frankly,
In my age.
um, I had a lot of fluctuationships. You
Okay.
know, it was just about the relations, not the ship. I was uh pretty much get in where I fit in. If I can get a little bit, I'm gonna get a little bit, and then keep it moving. And then as I matured, I learned to appreciate women and stop looking for hoes and bitches and look for a woman.
All right. So with that, as we all start living in our manhood, I should say, and we progress to that state. At what
Yep.
point did you really start seeing it? Was it through uh certain relationships you just started seeing things in yourself, or or was that one moment, that one relationship with that one? Because sometimes we have that one lady that kind of flips it for us, make us get it. She may not have been the right
Yeah.
one, but she's the right one to make us get it.
For me, it was one, and then and Janelle, if I like, we talk candidly about a lot of stuff. Um, so I did have one young lady that um probably still I would have married and probably still be married to her to this day, because it's like I had lived a fast life.
Mm-hmm.
Did uh, I did stuff by the age of 13. Most people don't do
He's a
till
nasty
later on.
bastard, wasn't you?
You say what?
He's a nasty bastard, wasn't you?
But, hey, I mean, I did that. I mean, I when I say I lived a fast life, I lived a fast life. I did everything. I experienced a lot at a young age. Um, and ran through the women's. I ran clubs, so I had like 50 women working for me at one time. I had a house, I had a custom bed made, and it was no problem for me to at least have like 7, 8 women in the bed. And when I met her, rest her soul, she's gone now. Yeah, it was like, okay, this is it right here. This is it. And man, I let go of a lot of stuff to be with her. And then some so-called people who I thought were friends, pretty much family, kind of messed that up, and played a shithead prank,
Yeah.
And made her think that I was out cheating, and which I wasn't. And that was like kind of begin the downfall of that relationship.
So that brings a couple things up, Rick. And this is something, one, if you go back to your last statement, them lousy friends, better known as the haters. This is why we try to keep our relationships in that force field, in the sanctity of our home, where nothing should be able to attack it outside that force field of our relationship.
Yeah.
As I grew into a relationship in my manhood and being a better person in a relationship, I learned we can't let the outside interfere with the inside, because for every person that loves you is probably 2 people that hates what you got.
Yeah.
Or they not understanding what they have.
And I would say for them, I mean, they loved it. And then it's like, hell, they like brand new, but they clicking like they been together for a while. And so I kind of sensed a little bit of the, jealousy and envious, so yeah.
Right. And so, that also tells me something my truer half, not married to, so I'm gonna say she my truer half, is knowing to trust, learn how to listen and trust your instincts.
Yeah.
Now, next thing I'm gonna ask you about, dealing with that, you said you let all all the other women go, and this is something that we kind of discussed around.
Yeah.
When you let the other women go and you changed, did she make you change, or did you want to change?
Now I wanted to change because it was I wanted to be a better me so we could be solid.
Right.
Because I knew what she was, and she didn't come from the life that I did. So I already knew. I'm like, yeah, this is wifey material here. So in order for me to keep this, shit, hell, will you say straighten up and fly right?
Mm-hmm. And this is what we tell people, a guy is going to change for who he wants to change. You're not going to make him change. You're not going to convince him to change. You're not, you never, ever, there's nothing a woman can do to make a man change if he don't desire to change.
Nope.
So just because I'm dating you, having sex with you, I'm
that
not.
Don't mean.
If I don't choose to change for myself, there's nothing you can do.
Nope. That don't mean diddly.
Yeah. And
you can go blue in the face until the man is ready to make that move and settle down and change his way. Yeah.
Right. So now another thing. Now, as we progress in our relationships, one of the things I know that we have to do, and I'm still working through this. I don't think I can ever be good at this or great at it. I'm better and I'm good at it. Sometimes we have to cope with our partner's personality.
Oh yeah. You already know me.
Yeah. Because coping. When I say coping with it, is when you're in love, then everything's not going to be perfect. You know, everybody have their idiosyncrasies, this and that.
And
You know,
quirks.
them quirks, exactly. And they, it is what it is, but you gotta learn how you deal with it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
learn, like for instance, like I was just saying last night about last night. I mean, about us watching the TV show, and I got triggered. And it's like it wasn't nothing against her. It was just a situation I'm watching it, and I got triggered. But the way she coped with it was amazing because she started laughing, and it got me laughing.
Yeah.
So she know that coping is so important. So how do you know as a man, how do you cope with different things like that?
Um. Well, you know, I got a special situation. My
I ain't
baby is,
gonna go there with you, man.
but you know, but um, and I don't even say that it's coping. For me, it's just loving her for who she is.
Mm.
You know, like when I first met her, she was like quiet and timid, but I knew that wasn't her. You know, and I'm like, she's sitting there like a bump on a log, and that ain't even her. And you know, we had a conversation one day at another guy's lounge. It was and that is when I actually had an in-depth conversation with her about the situation she was in or just got out of, you know, and wasn't trying to shoot at her or nothing. I was just giving her the real from a man's point of view, a real man point of view, you know. And I knew that wasn't her then. And then, you know, she was laughing, she was giggling. So I'm like, okay, see, that's it right there. And I knew she had her spirit was bubbly. You know, I ain't know it was this shit overflowing as it is, but but I knew she wasn't quiet.
Turn the heat down.
Yeah, you know. So I mean, and part of a relationship is, you know, if you choose to be with that person, you got to love them through their quirks, their inconsistencies, their imperfections, you know, and you can't try to change them. The minute you try to change them, then that's not a relationship. It becomes a dictatorship.
You know, so that goes back to learning how to have a relationship as you grow up and grow into your manhood.
Yeah.
You know, you probably, I'm assuming, I could be wrong, that you might have did it that way before and it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And when I really shouldn't say coping. I should say learning your
Mm-hmm.
partner's personality.
Yeah.
Because as I learn my partner's personality, I also learn what makes them smile
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and what excites them. What brightens their day.
Food.
Well, brighten both of our day.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Hey,
Food.
food is a sexy thing, and I'm a full figured
Hey, hey,
supermodel
hey,
fluffy type.
hey. Y'all keep that between you and her. I don't need to know all that.
Hey, shit, I get freaky with food, but anyway. But with that being said, by learning, as I started to learn her personality more and more, it excites her in ways that I get the benefits from.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? Yeah. So as you water the flower, the flower blossoms.
Yep.
You know, and it could be. And trust me, when you start learning what excites them,
Mm-hmm.
you get that good stuff.
Yeah.
Remember,
Yeah. Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
how
You're like,
good
oh,
folks?
this is
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
I didn't know this was here.
You get that good loving.
Surprise.
Remember being president? When Cuddy
Yeah.
knocking down the steps. So now you get
Yeah.
all that good loving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also as that's also goes once again it goes back to topic number one. Learn how to navigate this. and
Mm-hmm.
learn to look for it and try not to be not trying to be selfish, because we sometimes, I would say, naturally selfish,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes we have to unlearn to be selfish.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, it's not always about us. But when you start making what's when I say about us, it's not always about the guy. But
Mm-hmm.
when you make it about the couple, the guy benefits, and
Yeah.
that's what I learned. Um, Also, one thing I also learned, she's learning my personality, and she's making it to where I make a better person. Whereby making
Mm-hmm.
my allow me to be a better person and wanting to be a better person. Like I always
Mm-hmm.
say, wanting to be. Not say she's not making me. She's allowing me to want to be a better person.
Nah, she telling you, look here, this is what you gonna do, Negro.
Yeah, but I can. But wait a minute. But I allow her to say, "Negro, do what you're going to do," because I want her. Hey, she ain't home right now, so I'm good. I'm safe.
Yeah, talk your talk. Talk your
Yeah,
talk.
yeah. So what we another thing I'm gonna talk about is that we learned through our manhood and our progression in relationships as being a man, fighting that instinct of flight or leaving or,
Mm-hmm.
or or difficult times, or how we react during difficult times. You know, difficult times never stop with your perfect mate.
Mm-hmm. No.
Problems never Problems like air. They keep coming.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
You know,
If you get to a point where it's smooth sailing, 100% of the time, something wrong. Something
well,
is wrong.
I know what I would say that. I would say that when it's smooth sailing, something wrong is coming.
Yeah. Well, see, that's well, I'm looking at it like this here. Like, if you never have bumps and it's consistently smooth,
Mm.
either you're trying to keep it smooth right here because you got something right here.
Mm.
Yeah.
You now go ahead and elaborate on that, because I want to make sure I understood you right on
See,
that. What's the
like
over
like
here?
like a side piece, and that could be from either side. It could be from the man or the woman. You know, like Janelle and I, we have never had any arguments. You know, but do we have a few bumps? Sure,
Mm-hmm.
but we just
You know,
let a little bit of air out the tires, smoothing out the ride, and keep on rolling.
and this is what goes back to what we're saying. You know, we need though when you run into those bumps, and hell, you have run into the argument. How do we say we're gonna get through this? We're gonna fix this. We're gonna do what we gotta do to make it right. To
Yeah,
prepare, because now we're just like, man, you could be like, fuck it.
yeah,
I ain't gotta
and
deal.
see,
How many times you say I ain't gotta deal with this shit?
yeah,
Especially if you got a different home. Like you got two homes, I gotta deal with this shit. I'm taking
yeah,
my ass home.
and see, that's the easy way out. That's the easy way out, and it go both ways for
Okay.
him and for her. You know, and it's easy to quit, but
Yeah.
when you're immature, that's usually the first thing. Like, shit, fuck this. But
You
when
know.
you know or when you see the qualities and the potential, you have more of a desire. Like, I mean, hell, I could walk off, but damn, she got. I mean, everything else is good. And if I go over here, now I got to relearn everything. Whole new personalities, whole new attitudes, all that stuff.
And you know, and 'cause if you think about it, you know, we all. I won't say we all. I have did my dirt and passed. You know,
Yeah, we all
few weeks, yeah, 7 weeks ago I talked about cheating.
Oh boy, thought you said several weeks ago you slipped out. I've been shit. I'm ending the live now. I'm coming to see you.
Hey, just come to see me with a moving truck
Yeah,
and a 40.
and a bulletproof vest.
Yeah, man, we gonna talk about no. But
Yeah,
that's never an option now.
yeah.
That's you know one of the things I don't do is really I don't have a desire to cheat.
Yeah,
We always have. When we was young, we had that desire. We was more physically into
yeah,
it. We was always shit. She ain't gonna know. Let me
yeah,
ting-a-ling, my
yeah,
tingling
yeah,
and
yeah,
the tingling. But
yeah.
this and other times, also times we also equate cheating because we say she ain't acting right. She
Yeah,
ain't
yeah.
doing this
That's an
right.
excuse.
Exactly. This is how what we had. This is no saying. This is how what the reward now is because we didn't run or go for that side piece, fall for
Yeah,
that temptation.
yeah,
And now your relationship is stronger because those bumps that you was talking about
yeah,
made things stronger, make it harder.
yeah.
It's like how you beat iron to a sword or make it you beat it and fold it,
Uh,
you beat it and fold it.
yeah.
Now
When
you
you forging it.
the strongest
Oh,
metal.
yeah,
You know, and so this is what I'm talking about. This is what some of the great that trying to lose that or not even having that instinct of what's better over there or I ain't gotta take this.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
And that boiled down to see, like when you when males are younger, um, and it's our inherent nature. We're hunters and gatherers by nature. So when you younger, you in um you a pussy hound. When you
yeah,
younger, you try and knock down everything you can get, and if you can get it more than one time, yeah. But when you mature, and it's a lot of grown ass boys that are still pussy hounds.
mhm.
You know,
So you're right. So image is or boys or there's even adult males
yeah.
who
That's
are
why I
still
say
pushing
grown
out.
ass boys.
Yeah, you know. Um, but what I learned and what something was brought to my attention when I read this book, and I didn't realize it, but I felt it, and when I reflected on my things in the past,
Mm-hmm.
when we're pussy hounds, and once you bust that nut, you don't get that fulfillment or that you still get that you got a certain emptiness
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you you lacked or you didn't fulfill. It was a physical pleasure, but
yeah,
you still was empty spiritually compared to now when you have a relationship with somebody you truly love.
yeah,
It's a whole different scenario.
yeah. Cause you make it work. It's like when you a pussy hound, it's like a crackhead that has just had their first hit, and they continually. You'll never get the first high again, but they continually chase it.
And that's what I heard.
I
Crack
ain't,
is
yeah,
whack.
yeah. I ain't never had no crack, but unless it was butt crack.
And my parents
But
also
that's
kind of
what
do
it
that.
is though. Like the pussy hounds, you keep you trying to chase that first nut, and you'll never get it.
Hmm.
Then when you mature, you might have a chick you madly in love with. She do everything right for you, and you just click. But the sex ain't quite where you want it, but you'll make it get to where you want it because you that much in love with her.
Right. And it's crazy when we go through men when we go through a breakup, What's the first thing we gonna say we gonna go do? What's the first thing we say we gonna go do? We go through a breakup. We don't say we're gonna go heal. We don't say we're gonna go fix ourselves. We ain't gonna go heal. What we gonna go do?
Yeah. I'm gonna get me some pussy over here from
We gonna
Jamaica.
fuck something.
Yeah.
That's the first thing.
Yeah.
But guess what? You go do it, you still not getting the fulfillment. Or
Yeah.
you just
And then
was
you're
trying
gonna
to
be
think you
even,
missed something.
yeah, you're gonna be even more empty. Cause when you get over there and in the middle of it, you're gonna be like, I don't even know why the hell I'm here.
Exactly.
Cause they ain't
You
where
know,
you want to be. And that ain't what you don't want to be doing what you're doing with her.
yeah, exactly. And, you know, it's just, and what I dislike, another thing I dislike about that is when we're going just for the ass and we lie about it to that female, we might be hurting them.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, a lot of times, that may give good men a bad reputation, you know, or give men a bad reputation because we just lied to get a piece of ass because we broke in that moment.
Yeah.
You know, you know, we always talk about women you need to fix yourself. Something's wrong with you. Shit, a lot of times there's something wrong with us.
Yeah.
You know, hell, even in a good relationship, and when you're doing the best shit, we still there's something wrong with us.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We ain't never gonna be perfect.
Nah, only perfect people are in heaven.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to go meet them right now.
No.
I can read about it.
Yeah.
All right, and and that's what I'm saying. No, this is the walk of manhood that we are progressing. You know,
Yes.
you know, and not every man gets it, and not
Mhm.
but some may get it earlier, some may get it later. But I think
Yeah.
this is a great walk. You know, every step is an experience that molds our ultimate being,
Mm-hmm.
and I think my experiences and my heartaches, my heartbreaks, and unfortunately some of the heartbreaks I did to other people, I'm shooting out. I'm asking for forgiveness for those who I screwed over. You may not hear it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Um, these make who we are, and fortunately for my current relationship, she's getting the best version of me
Mm-hmm.
through those
Yeah.
experiences, through my heartaches, my heartbreaks, and me and my screw overs and screw ups.
Yeah.
And this is why during our relationships, we have to acknowledge that, accept that, and build on that. And with her being my truer half, she accepts that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're always looking for in a mate is somebody who accepts who you are and let you build upon who you are. And
Yeah.
ultimately, you want to, in my mind, it's like, so this is my opinion, this is my thoughts. When we evolve, because every person is going to do some kind of evolving, but as we evolve, we want to evolve in the same direction.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I never want to evolve separately, a separate path.
Yeah.
Because when you do this, you're not one anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's two different entities, you know, two
Yeah.
different courses.
It's
And
it's and to add to that with the separating, like a lot of people say, I want to fall in love. Now I disagree with that because if you
hmm,
fall in love, you could also fall out of love. But if you grow in love, hmm,
I got to think on that one. I ain't gonna ride with you 100% on that. You got
hey,
10. Hold on. Normally we
body
don't go
count.
first. Go ahead.
But she said, does the body count matter? Everybody has a past. Now, if you are bold enough and can take the hit, the answer to the question you ask, that's between you and the mate. But me, I'm not gonna ask no question I don't really want to know the answer to.
So, Rick, I agree with you to that point because does body count matter? It could depend on the person and the person's ego. We
Yeah,
established we have egos.
Yeah.
Hell, I have an ego. But guess what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to ask that question.
Yeah. Because you don't want to be hurt. You got to figure we 40s and 50s. Ain't no new pussy at our age. All of it been all of it done been touched quite a few times.
Well, we gonna say it's been marinated. It was seasoned well.
See, the thing is, you got to treat it like a car. It might not be the new car. It's a pre-owned. But if you wash it and shine that bitch up, it's still new to me.
Okay, that's how you want to look at it. I ain't gonna look at it that way. I'm not gonna compare nobody's coochie to no car.
I'm talking about the whole woman.
Okay, I'm not comparing the whole woman to that either.
Yeah, so, I mean, because hell, I'm a new car to her.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
But to me, I don't. I don't even think about body count.
Yeah, it's not a.
It's a non-factor.
Yeah, when you because you're not there. The only way I would think about a body count, if it was instances that were constantly being brought in my face, from other males.
The outside.
Then I'm be like, yeah. Then I'm be like, damn, this like, okay.
All right, so let's talk about that for a second then.
Mm-hmm.
If you was talking about other males, this, and that, but if she's with you, why should it fucking matter?
I mean, it's not that it matter, but it'll play in the mind. Okay, prime example. You and Kia together, but this dude's coming up, and you get this funny feeling, like, yeah, that wasn't no friendly hug. Then another dude come up, and it's like, Then like shit like that. You start looking like, God damn.
All right.
Yeah.
So, but now you get to a point where it's a trust issue.
I wouldn't say
because they hugging and they might have did something. Okay, but it's just it's the hug stopped there. Then also you need to establish what kind of respect. Make sure you and her on the same page. The respect factor. Yeah. You're like, hey babe, I don't like dudes hug you, especially if I think you had something. I think it's a side difference. And if she says yes or she says no, that's something that has to be communicated. But the body count technically shouldn't matter because
it don't matter because she with me. But it's just like don't make me raise a suspicion. And then like what I do, like if we out and I might see an ex, I'll be like, hey babe, I got one of my exes in here. Because I ain't got nothing to hide, and then I don't want her to be caught off guard.
Yeah, I can see that. So I'm gonna give you my current example of it. I told her I don't want to know who. I don't want to know. It doesn't matter. We could be somewhere that might have had something. She might have had somebody in her past. It doesn't. To me, it doesn't fucking matter. It's a non-factor.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even want to give my mind a chance to go that way because it's a non-factor. Because one thing I know about this that's about her, like the damn sun's gonna be in the fucking sky every fucking day, that she's gonna be loyal. And as long as you establish that trust and that factor, I don't give a fuck how many peckers that came her way. It doesn't fucking matter.
You say peckers.
If they're peckers, dicks, cocks, what do you want to call it? I don't give a shit. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Because only time body count ever really come into play these days, or not even that. I'm gonna me back that shit up. It might have came to the factor if I'm trying to hit her and not giving a fuck about her. Oh, and then body count. Oh, I think now I'm looking at it as a whole factor. I hate to say that, but it's a whole factor. But if I'm looking at her as a particular mate, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, it don't even matter if I'm just trying to smash, because I'm a shit, I'm gonna wrap up and I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Now, if we trying to be together and I'm like, okay, we're gonna make this work, and then I go to hit and yo shit look like an Arby's beef sandwich. I'm like, it look
Well, there's some stuff.
a little worn.
I heard there's some stuff to fix that sandwich and make it look like a steak. But anyway, so
Damn.
Sam says, if I'm in the same room as a sex partner, I like to know. Tell me. Well, that's something you have to discuss with your mate.
Yeah.
That's something that needs to be addressed. Because big as the United States is, big as the world is, eventually you're gonna run into somebody. It is a small world. You're gonna run into somebody you have some kind of dealings with. And if that's what you want to know, that's something that needs to be addressed upfront and early.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, you better be secure in the relationship to say, hey, if I point this out, hell, it could be somebody you don't want to fuck with. You might be somebody you hate. But when that happened, me and you wasn't together, we wasn't kicking like that. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
So I'm asking you. Hold on, I see Tam coming in. I'm asking you guys if you would like to know in this situation. Like I said, I wouldn't like to know. How about, would you like to know? So if somebody Janelle smashed with, and y'all walk in the room, and you didn't know she smashed him, would you like to know?
Yeah, not that I'm not for any insecurities, but just, and not that I wouldn't trust her, but I think to me, it's just like a courtesy. And that's why I do it. Because I don't want nothing, like I got one ex and she tried to do like crazy shit, and they like, the bitch got one more time. So I like to look, over there in the corner, that was an ex, So if you've been with a dude and we're in the same spot, I want to know. Not that I don't trust you, but because I'm not finna skin and grin with no nigga like that.
So what time is it? Hold on, I don't want to get too deep. So it's almost 8 o'clock. So let me go into one more topic, and I'm gonna go to the announcement because we can go all night with this one.
Yeah. I'm here for it.
Yeah, because honestly, Rick, I had a lot more topics that I had to narrow them down. We had to narrow them down.
Well, we had to do part 2.
One of the things about these days is also understanding your mate's needs and requirements.
Mm-hmm.
Understanding and that's something else. Another thing I had to learn is different outlooks. When I say it's not just about me.
Yeah.
When I say her needs and requirements, it's different. What do she desire? What she require for you as your partner? In our case, as being the man, what do she require of us in the head as being what she may choose us to be head of the household? If that's so, what she choose us to be, do she require these decisions? Does she require us to make these financial issues? Do she require this or that, or do she want to make sure make this included, or she's included in every decision, or do she trust? And that's sometimes that's part of the interview process of dating. Trying to know that.
It's not about like if you're married, it's not about her requiring this, because a true woman knows her place. The man is supposed to lead the house. The woman is the backbone, she came from the rib, to be by his side. If the man is making bad decisions, then that's where the side kicks in to help correct the decisions.
Yes, I believe they will kick you in your side if you fuck up.
You got to let a man be a man. Now, if he's not if I'm not good at finances, then I'm gonna pass that off. Baby, I might fuck up. So you go ahead and take this. but we discuss everything. You just, because you over the finance don't mean you just run amok with it. If that's my weak point, but that's your strong point, then you handle that. But it's still, that don't take away from me being a man.
Exactly. So I try not to get too biblical because I only know, but I can only quote scripture and this and that so much. I have a strong belief in God.
Yeah.
Also, I also got to look at some things. Some things have changed over the centuries. You know, the times dictate certain certain adaptations. You know, I would, in this relationship, I would love to be able to say, hey, sit down, I got everything. I would love to be able to do that for her, but I know it's impossible.
Yeah, it's a 2-income, sometimes 3-income society right now.
Right. But I do need. I also, one of the things I know she needs or require, and this is one of the things I'm learning. I'm learning something new almost every day.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things she requires is to be in tune with her, in sync with her. When certain situations arrive, I need to be in sync. And when I do fail at that, I have to fix that and get it back right. Because if she chooses me to be a leader, I have to own my fuck ups, take the consequences, learn from it to be a better leader for us.
Yeah.
And as being a leader, one of the requirements she requires is she needs to be involved. Like you said, be involved. Don't just be making every decision because you think you're macho and that's your job. Your job is to lead. If that's the position she chose you to be, because ultimately she's giving you that power. You don't take it; it's given to you.
Yeah,
or I should say, it's earned.
It's entrusted to you.
Ooh, big words, boy. You scaring me, buddy. All right. All right.
Yeah, but that's maturity on both people.
And so, let me ask you this: what's one of the requirements that you find that Janelle requires in your home?
I don't even say it's a requirement. I mean, I just let her be her, and other people be like, like, well, you got your hands full, but I got pretty good sized hands, so I can handle it. I've been handling it, and I just, my thing with her, I just try to love her past the hurt. Simple as that.
Right on. Now, one of the requirements that's in my house or in our house, we have to accept that we always got to heal from everything in our past to everything, even to the future situations.
Yeah,
and that's a requirement that she set forth and when she chose me to be head of her household or head of the household. And I have graciously accepted that because at the end of the day, when she's in my, as like you say, that rib on your side, that side is smart. That side is intelligent. That side is in tuned.
That's how it's supposed to be. Yo, that's why they come from the rib, from the side, not from the foot to be walked on.
Yeah, and I do like ribs. I like them barbecued and smoked. Little that dry rub.
Sis, fix this Negro some food. He hungry.
Hey, you ain't hold on, fella. My baby fixed me. She made before she walked out this door. She had made me a home plate. She made me a good ass plate. So don't you say nothing about my baby like that.
That's how you do it. Don't leave the house with your man hungry or horny.
Yeah. Well, if you don't, now the horny part, if you don't do what you're supposed to do as the man, you might deserve to leave horny. If you're not taking care of business, if you're not recognizing her intimacy needs, you're not doing everything that she requires of a male, of a partner,
Mm-hmm.
then you're supposed to have a rock hard dick walking out that door because you don't deserve it.
Mm-mm.
So
You
that's
know,
that's how I believe.
you know, when you're married, it ain't rape.
I ain't fucking with you. I ain't fucking with you. I'm not co-signing shit you say after that point. But
Oh, shoot.
so second time he gets freaky with food.
He's so that rubbing his nipples now, laughing.
Yeah. Shit. Anyway, so the announcement. You know, for the last event going out of 2022, we're actually going to do an event in December. It's what we're going to do. We're going to have a game show type event. If you ever seen the show called About Last Night with Steph Curry and Aisha Curry, it's where it's like a game show, almost like a newlywed game with three couples, but there was a newlywed. And we're going to do something like that. And we need 3 couples to be the contestants. And yes, prizes will be given. But to choose these 3 couples, we need for you to send us maybe like a 30-second video of you and your partner tell us something. How long you been there, whatever it is about what you do, how you do, where you met, how you been, whatever. Give us 30 seconds. And we will choose. And we will choose 3 couples. Now the deadline for this is Thanksgiving. So you got 3 weeks to send us something. A video, 30 seconds, 30 seconds to a minute, it doesn't matter. We're in that time frame. And so we can choose 3 couples to be the contestants on this show. And we're gonna have when we get together, we act the ass, we act the fool, we have a good time.
Yeah. For sure.
So 3 couples. We'll send out. I will do another video or do some more instructions out later on, probably tomorrow. 3 couples, let's do it. Send us a 30-second video. Tell us something about you and your mate. Come play the game show. Thanksgiving is the deadline. Come on, don't be with it. And so, with that being said, I want to thank everybody who came on this live. And we start off a little rough, but we finished strong.
Yes, sir.
So everybody, we'll see you in the comments. Thank you so much for attending. Appreciate it, Rick.
For sure. For sure.
Wait till next week. It's gonna be the ladies, and let them go and wait till where they go at it. Ooh, doggy. Yes, Lord. All right. Good night, everyone.
That'll work, man. It was a pleasure.
All right.